Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all, and hope you had a wonderful weekend. Well, I want to share with you what my thought process is going to be like on the GBPUSD for this week. And it's important I let you know that this is going to be a follow up detail to my previous analysis on the pair. So last week, I told you how we identified this resultant bearish trend line after connecting the series of lower highs here. And since the beginning of the year, we can see that the JPUSD has been on a strong downtrend. However, the most important structure which I laid much emphasis at last week was the 1.1400 level. And if we look at what happened here in the month of September, we saw how this level held was holding buying pressure at one point. I think about 2 to 3 weeks, we saw our buyers try to push price to the upside from that level. And then afterwards, during the later parts of the month of September, we finally saw the breakdown retest of that structure to incite that strong bearish momentum. And from a technical standpoint, whenever we have a breakdown of a structure like this, we expect that price is likely going to come back and do a retest of that structure. And this is exactly what happened a couple of weeks ago as we saw price coming back into that structure to push price right down to the 1.0900 level. The 1.0900 level is also a very significant level, but I will be showing you how that is level is important on my lower time frame. So fast forwarding to what happened last week, we saw our price came back into the 1.1400 level, and throughout the course of last week, we saw selling pressures from that area. And what this simply tells us is that this level is a major selling niche for participants in this market. However, things are not looking good for sellers at this point, as we can see the bearish momentum that started at below the 1.1400 level continue to reduce as time goes by. So the second breakdown of that 1.14, we can see that the momentum was smaller than the previous one. And if we look at what happened last week, we can see how far this momentum has diminished to give us a clue that buyers are actually coming in this market. In as much as we have the 1.140 level as an important selling niche for participants in this market, for me going into the new week, there are two scenarios I want to be looking at. Well, considering the fact that we begin to see higher lows here, that is, we have the scenario where the selling pressure continue to reduce accordingly as the week goes by. So I was able to connect a series of higher lows here to give us this resultant bullish trend line, which I will be calling a temporary one in the meantime, based on the scoring structure. So will this bullish trend line turn out to be a structure that will be giving us a bullish signal for this week? Well, for me to see a bullish signal this week, definitely I want to see price take out all the sell position around the 1.1400 level area here to give me that signal that we are actually going bullish on this one. Hold on a second. So for me to see a bullish momentum here, for me to buy the GBP USD, I want to see a situation where price breaks out of the 1.1400 level, taking out all the sell position around this area, and that will be a bullish signal for me. But remember, we are not getting too excited if we see this breakout of that structure, as we want to be patient enough to wait for price action to give us further confirmation, which is likely going to come in the form of either a retest of that temporary bullish trend line or probably the retest of the 1.1400 level, after which we look out for patterns on lower time frame that will be supporting a trend continuation to the upside. So this is one scenario I want to be looking forward to. And then the other scenario is that if we have a significant breakdown of this bullish trend line, that is price breaks down that structure, we want to wait for a retest to structure to give us a confirmation of a trend continuation to the downside. So these are the two scenarios I want to be looking forward to at the new week, but I am tilting a little bit towards the bullish signal. As we can see in the last 3 to 4 weeks now, price has continued to find higher lows. Now let's scale down to the 4 hours time frame. I have another structure I would like to share with you on the 4 hours time frame. Now zooming into the 4 hours time frame and look at what happened here since the breakdown of the 1.1400 level in the later part of the month of September. So as we saw the impulsive move to the downside here, we saw a scenario where price came right into the 1.0400 level and price action evolved into a structure that looks more like a reversal pattern. And whenever we have a reversal pattern like this, the next thing we want to be doing is to have a neckline, identify a neckline that we shall be using as our yardstick for trading opportunity. So price action broke out of the neckline around here in the later part of the month of September to give us that bullish signal. But because of the strong 1.1400 level for selling nation this market, we can see sellers try to reject every bullish potential from that area. And then after the breakout of the neckline, price came back into the neckline area to do a retest to structure to confirm that that reversal pattern is a strong one. But the bullish momentum here was also met with stiff resistance at this point. So, and this is the reason why I said for me to buy the GBPUSD, I want to see price breakout of the 1.1400 level to give me that bullish signal before I want to be taking advantage of any bullish momentum here on the GBPUSD. So this is what I want to be looking forward to. So I have two parameters that will be guiding my actions for the week. I have this bullish trend line here to guide possible bullish momentum to the upside. Or if a breakdown of that bullish trend line happens, then I want to be looking at bearish momentum at a retest of that structure. And then we also have the 1.1400 level where I'm expecting price to break out of that structure to give me a bullish signal. And remember, I told you that we are not getting too excited when price breaks out of the 1.1400 level, as we want to wait for price to give us a confirmation in the form of a retest of that structure, after which we see buying pressures on lower time frame to join the rally to the upside. So the reason why I said that if a breakout of this level happens, we don't want to get too excited is simply because of that bearish trend line that we have here. Remember, we identified this bearish trend line on the daily time frame, so it could actually turn out to be a false breakout. So we want to see a retest of structure leading into a situation where we start seeing buying pressure around this area before we want to join the rally to the upside. So this is what I'm looking forward to during the new week. So I'll pause the video at this point and be rest assured I will be coming back in the comment section of this video to give you an update on how I intend to trade this pair after monitoring price action. Monitoring our participants in this market will be relating to this current structure during the early hours of the new week. If this video has been of immense help in making your individual decision on this pair, kindly support this project by clicking on the like button. And you also want to follow me on my TradingView platform at Jack Sherry so that you don't miss out on the regular updates I normally share in the comment section of every video. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday morning in the comment section of this video. Have a wonderful weekend and bye bye.